Balanced business, here's a holistic model where you go for profit, you go for passion, and you go for pleasure, and it serves a greater purpose. Welcome in, fam. Much love. Trav here, Magic for Good. We're gonna chill inside the tree today because it's really windy outside. So what should you do for money or for your work? Should you pursue something you think's really meaningful, that you're passionate about, that's purposeful? Should you pursue something that's really pleasurable for you? Or should you pursue something that is just produces profit for you? Or should you do a combination? Can you choose multiple things? Can you choose? It really depends. And I've heard Confucius said, the man who chases two rabbits catches one. And John Rockefeller said, put all your eggs in one basket and watch that basket. However, I think that you don't have to choose only one thing. Definitely not. You can be prolific. You can be broad. You look at a lot of successful people these days, the sort of Renaissance people, and they have their primary business, they have their nonprofit business, they have other businesses they're dabbling in. They're actually doing a lot of things, and you can do a lot of things too. You don't have to feel like you only have to choose one. If you have to choose a job to make money, great, but you still have time to do other things that you love and that matters. And if you're going to do things that you love and that matters, you can go for profit too, and you should go for all three. So here's why it matters. And profit's the most important thing. Reason being, if you're not taken care of, you're not going to be able to turn outward and take care of other people. If you're not making a profit, there's no money left over to give away to charity, for generosity, right? So you have to put your oxygen mask on you first. That means if you have to get a job that is just about the money, that's okay if it provides for your money and it fuels you for your passion and for your pleasure and for your purpose, right? So an example for that for me is my online business stuff that I do, the different trainings that I offer and coaching courses and stuff. Sure, I'm trying to make an impact. I am trying to make a difference, and that's where profit in the marketplace comes from. But it's not that pleasurable. It's not really like this is my purpose or this is my passion. Honestly, it's more for profit than for anything else, and that comes first. But if you don't have your profit met, studies have shown it actually lowers your functional IQ. If you before taking an IQ test, if they're like, here's a bill that you don't have the money to pay, what happens is you actually score lower on the IQ test, because when you're stressed out over money, it occupies your brain, it takes up mental bandwidth, and makes it harder to turn outwards and care about other things. And again, like, you got to have money in order to give money to charity. So profit, it can be a different thing. And then pleasure, I think pleasure is next, because you have to enjoy what you're doing, or you should enjoy what you're doing. It makes it a lot easier if you enjoy what you're doing to fully feel that abundance. Like, I have plenty of money and I like my life, I like my work. Therefore, I have left over, I have time left over, I can go out and turn to greater society and try to make a difference, right? So pleasure is, for me, for example, is like breeding pigs and sheep, breeding sheep especially. I just love it. It's fun. It's comforting for me. I just love the animals. It's fun to be around. It feels good. It makes me happy. And it is kind of business oriented. Like, it's part of our farm and entrepreneurship and our model and everything. But it's not profitable, and I'm not like passion, like sheep is my passion. It's like more like pleasure, and that's okay because it adds to good days. And then when that's taken care of, you have the third thing, which is your passion, which contributes to your purpose. So again, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If you're not fed, if you're not in a good place, you can't turn outwards and feed and help other people to get into a good place. So I have those taken care of. I have my money through my profit. You got to have your money through your profit centers. You have your pleasure that is part of your work, part of your day, so you can say, I enjoy what I'm doing. And then you have your charity. Then you have your greater, I'm really passionate about this cause that matters to me. This is my greater purpose. And for instance, that for me is like giving away my books. I've been giving away tons of my books because I want to inspire people to grow their own food. I want to see fruit trees where there's ornamental trees. I want to partner with the city, grow a bunch of fruit trees and plant fruit trees around the city where there used to be dump zones, and bolster local food systems. So that project, to me, it's not super it's not profitable, it's charity. I'm giving the trees away. It's not super pleasurable. I have to deal with bureaucracy, and it's a lot of coordination, and there's proposals and presentations and phone calls and emailing people. It's definitely not pleasurable, but it's something I'm passionate about, and it gives me a greater purpose, and contributing with, okay, I have my profit, I have my pleasure, it doesn't matter, I don't have to worry about that. So those examples for you of how you can do it all, and then you might even find some things that are a little bit of both. An example of that is my YouTubing. I kind of enjoy doing it, so there's a pleasure aspect. It contributes to my business. It's marketing, it makes sales, it does branding, so it's profitable, and it's a way for me to share what I'm passionate about, and allows me an audience to work for my purpose. So that's an example. So for you, this video isn't all about me. This video is for you. Take a look at your life and look at what you're doing with your time, and make sure that you have something that's profitable for you, a project or work. You have something that is pleasurable for you, that you're doing every day, that's part of your work or contributes to your work. And 3, you have something that you're passionate about, that you're working towards, that's part of a greater purpose. And if you feel empty, you feel lost, you feel stressed out, it could be because you are missing one of these. Maybe you're not making enough money, and you need to focus on making more money and say, fuck all the other stuff, I gotta put my oxygen mask on me first. Or maybe you're like, my life's just not as fun as it needs to be. Well, I gotta work towards something a little more pleasurable, build that in. Or maybe you're like, what does it all mean though? And in that case, you have to find some purpose work, some passion work. So hope you find that useful. Share down below what's your profit work, what's your pleasure work, what's your passion / purpose work, and step out into the wind. Yep, headed to my lunch break. We're working on salad today, so appreciate you, thank you. Look forward to hearing what you have to say in the comments below. If you haven't checked out my books, go check them out. It's part of my passion. So appreciate you, thank you, and look forward to speaking with you soon. Take care.